we go.
Awesome.
Okay, we're going to give this like maybe about 3 to 5 seconds so that we can get a good stream, and then we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm checking my monitor, and it looks like we have a good stream. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to welcome everyone to our Facebook Live stream. I'm Rick Hager here coming in from Las Vegas, Nevada. I've got Mr. Alan Ogden from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And what we're going to talk about this evening is why professionals should consider taking a look at Visi, the products and predominantly the business venture behind Visi, because we strongly believe that professionals can do really, really well in this company with this particular model, and we're going to give you some reasons why you should consider it. I go back prior to getting involved in this type of business. I used to work heavily in the real estate industry. I worked in real estate for a number of years. Then from real estate, I transitioned into the business development arena. If you've ever heard of anyone by the name of Tom Hopkins or Jim Rohn or Brian Tracy or even Tony Robbins, I worked with a seminar production company where we would travel all around North America and put together events where these individuals would come and speak to. And it was through this process that I found our business model of network marketing and direct sales. And I saw the potential in it of not just of the big income, but the residual nature of the income, and of course, the ability to leverage myself to have a better quality of life. And that's what ultimately led for me to get into this type of business. We're going to get into some specifics about the company, but Alan, why don't I kick it over to you as someone who's been a business owner, operator, someone who's been an entrepreneur his whole life, and share your thoughts about why business people should consider this type of model before we actually get into the details on Visi.
Well, sure, Rick. Thank you for having me on here. And most people are used to me talking about products, but tonight I want to talk to you about my experience as a professional. You know, I got out of university. My big dream was to own my own business. I wanted to own, my stores, and I had worked for a gentleman. He was the first independent multi-store drugstore owner. He was my mentor. So, we got to work. And after about 3.5 or 4 years, I found myself working probably 100 to 120 hours a week. I was running 3 locations, and I was running to and from 3 locations. And in the middle of that, I had a family. Somehow, I'm not sure how, but we had a couple of kids. And then this gentleman comes to me, a financial planner guy, and he starts talking to me about, preparing for the future. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm building my future. Like I'm working really hard, 100, 120 hours a week right now. I'm building up this business so that someday someone will come and buy it. And then he started to share some statistics with me about selling your professional practice. So, if you're a lawyer, if you're a pharmacist like I was, if you're an individual practicing in a profession and you've built up a practice, the chances of you selling your business, your small business or your practice for what you think it's worth is almost zero. The statistics are heavily weighted against that. And what happened in my case, here I was working really hard. I had 3 rural locations, and about 30 miles away from us was a city of 120,000 and a big box store open, and then another big box store open. And all of a sudden, the value of my business, because these big box stores were a half an hour or 40 minutes away, the value of my business started to drop. And I understood that I was caught. I was caught, and I didn't know what to do. So I started looking at other businesses, and Dawn and I actually looked at 65 other business opportunities, Dairy Queen, you name it. We looked at it, and they still offered the same thing: long hours, hard work. And so when my friend who owned the menswear store in town, he came to me one day and he had this idea. Now, I've been approached about the concept of network marketing, multi-level marketing, many, many times. I'd always just turn people down. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew I wasn't interested. But it caught me at a moment in my life when I was time broke. I was working as hard as I could. There was no more hours in the day. We just didn't have more hours in the day to have a family and have my businesses. And I did not know anything about the value of leverage that this business offers. And, I took the time to sit down with him one day at lunch, and he went through, a little program explaining time leverage and it's like money leverage. I mean, we buy a house, we put a little bit down, we mortgage the rest, we pay it off over time. And in this business, I thought, well, you know what? I don't have anything to lose. I like the products. So I got involved, and my idea was I wasn't saving for retirement. Every, spare dollar was going back into our business with that idea that someday we're going to sell it. And that dream quickly falling apart, but we're still having to invest in our business. And so I looked at it and I thought, I should just get started, because I really don't have a lot to lose. And if it's something I can build over time, I could it's like my retirement plan, right? And so I started, and here's what happened. I was putting in an hour a week. That's all I had. We looked at my calendar. Sunday evening, I would make phone calls. I could do breakfast on Monday and lunch on Monday and breakfast on Thursday. That's basically what I had in my calendar as time available. And he said to me, well, if that's all you got, that's just use what you got. And so we got started. And after about 4 months, we looked back, and, I was still putting in my small amount of time, but because I had a team of people, there was about 100 to 150 hours a week going into my retirement business. And we went on a holiday. We'd taken our first holiday in about 11 years. When I got back, the banker called me to tell me that I was $100,000 overdrawn on my bank account because the staff had remembered to cash their paychecks but not deposit the money. So there was like a week and a half's worth of money sitting in the store not deposited, but they'd all cashed their paychecks. Unfortunately, my banker was really understanding and didn't let anything bounce. And we made more money in my part-time business that month while I was away having a vacation than we did the previous month. And I came back and I said to Don, look at that. We didn't even pay attention to this over here, and we got paid more. We're putting our effort into the wrong thing. What if we put a bunch of effort into this? And, it kind of got out of hand. We started putting a few more hours a week into that. And within a couple of years, we replaced my income as a pharmacist, Donna's income as a nurse. And we experienced what the value of this business from a time leverage point of view really was. And we'd never seen that before. And I would bet there's a lot of professionals out there that they've heard of network marketing. They may have even had a relative that was involved that didn't succeed very well at it. People kind of play around in this industry a lot. And if they really sat down and took a look at what it does really offer with a little bit of effort and influence, it can be really meaningful as an income. And a lot of times you can replace what you're doing. And it doesn't mean you have to quit what you're doing. If you love what you're doing, you can keep doing that. But yeah, that was my experience. And I love to tell that story because, pharmacists are a profession. As a profession, they're the only profession that does not have a pension plan. Even if you're working for a large corporation, they don't provide you with a pension plan because they keep you on part-time hours or just enough hours not to get you on the pension plan. Some people don't even have a pension plan. And I know that's the same for a lot of companies like small lawyers, offices and so on, professionals, accountants and so on. They're having to do their own thing and they're having to invest in their business at the same time and keep their family going. And it's a real challenge. So, my approach to professionals is, you ever think about getting your time back? Like, just don't think about this as let's just talk about what this could do for you over a period of years, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, whatever you want to look at. Let's look at what this could do if you were to put a little effort and energy and influence into this business. And, I had a very, very good mentor in this business. He never took my excuses. Everything I would say to him, I can't, this, blah, blah, I can't, this, that, whatever. He's like, that's not my problem. Just tell me what you can do. Let's just focus on what you can do. That's all we need to focus on, because what you can do is more important than all the excuses that you have. Let's just focus on that. And, we just changed our complete life. It's amazing when you sit down and look at the power of this concept.
Yeah, it truly is amazing when you understand what residual income can do when you build a business where you can begin to leverage yourself through the successes of other people, they're achieving success, they're getting value for products that are being moved, they're making money, and at the same time, you create leverage where you can do more in one day than you normally could by yourself. Or you could do more in one day than you might have been able to do in a week or a month or a year, because leverage is so powerful. And residual income, the ability to do something or work hard for a season and then get paid over and over and over again long into the future, it's very dynamic. And so it's very exciting. And I really believe that if more people fully understood the freedom that you could get with residual income and leverage, which is what our business can give to someone, more people would do it. You'd go through brick walls to have that type of lifestyle where the money came in and you were leveraged and you could earn a large income, but at the same time, you could have your freedom. And so it's very, very exciting. Let's talk a little bit about Visi. For those of you that are watching this stream, we've just kind of shared our stories as to why we love this model, but let's explore a little further Visi. Just to give you some bullet points, Visi, the name of the company, V-I-S-I, it's an ancient Scandinavian name, which means leader, to become a leader. And that's what we do at this company, Visi. We help people to lead their very best lives. We help them physically with the products that we're bringing to the market. We help them financially with our business model, and that's the essence of this conversation tonight. And then, of course, we find that people get helped personally because you make so many amazing friends. Alan, you and I met through this business. And I think you're an awesome dude, man. And, you know, I've met so many unbelievable people in this business that have become really close friends of mine. And I've grown as a person from an entrepreneurial standpoint. I've learned things. I've shared in people's experiences. And so it's been a great model. The company is almost 5 years old now, based out of Pleasant Grove, Utah, which is a suburb of Salt Lake City. We have a management team with about 100 years of experience in this business. We've expanded throughout North America, parts of Europe, parts of Asia, and we're just getting started. And so we're very excited. Now, the products that we're bringing to the market are innovative products for whole body vitality. It's kind of a holistic approach to giving the body the nutrients that it needs so that it can function effectively and efficiently. And what really makes our product line unique is the fact that we have some very powerful ingredients that we use that you just don't see in other products right now. So we're on the forefront, we're on the cutting edge, whether it be the Arctic cloudberry, which is a superfruit from Scandinavia, rich in all kinds of nutrients, or our cold processed enzyme hydrolyzed collagen that we have. This is a substance that's the most bioavailable protein in the world, and your body is made up of collagen. And then, of course, the glutathione. You know, we've got these products just so that you have a visual. Our Nufina, this is our smoothie mix. You mix this up with almond milk or water. We try to teach them to do something with not a whole lot of sugar in it. You can blend it with ice and fruit, and you give yourself some incredible nutrients. We have a product called ProVita, which is a protein chew. It looks like this. It's like a little protein bite that you just nibble on. A couple of these a day, up to 3-4 a day. Some people like to eat half the bag because they taste great. We have lingonberry and chocolate flavor, but this delivers key nutrients like that cloudberry and collagen. Of course, we have a cleanse product, which helps to support your kidneys, your liver, your GI tract, because of the toxic world that we live in. It's called Rensa. We've got such a toxic environment that we live in nowadays. Your body needs that help. Of course, we have a dynamic energy drink, which is a great product. Doesn't have real super harsh stimulants or anything. And then, of course, you know, one of the products that I've come to love is our Vara, which is a multi-nutrient product with glutathione. And we have a couple of other products that I haven't shown, like our Mikla skin product. And there is an unbelievable thing going this week that if you try our Mikla rejuvenating cream, which is unique in the world, there's nothing like it. Cloudberry, collagen, and another ingredient that's patented to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, redness. You'll look young and beautiful. Believe me, your husband or wife will love you. If you purchase one of those this week, you get a free cleanser with that. So that's an awesome thing. So Alan, maybe take a few minutes and just share your thoughts on the product line. We don't have to get too deep tonight, but from a business standpoint, if an entrepreneur, if a professional is looking at Visi and they say, okay, it's a 5-year company, I see these products, I know these markets are huge markets, what makes these products so special? Maybe you can expand upon that for a few minutes.
Well, you know, in my business, my former business, we always stocked our store with the stuff that people wanted. and that they found most useful. And so, in this business, it's the same. You want products that people are going to buy and use, even without a compensation plan. Something that a customer would buy because it's really good for them. And that's what I love to tell people. Like, when you experience the collagen protein, it's so different than any protein anybody's taken. First of all, a lot of people don't understand. It doesn't matter if it's New Zealand whey or Australian whey, or if it comes into North America and it's used here, it has to be pasteurized. So it's damaged, and even if it's top quality, it's been given heat. It's damaged, and like you said, ours is cold processed, the collagen protein. So it's a completely different protein. It's got the Arctic cloudberry. So when you put protein and you put something like Arctic cloudberry together, which has got the vitamin C, it's got some antioxidants, it's got everything you need to ensure that the amino acids get absorbed and get used. You have this just dynamic combination of nutrients. And I've never been in favor of the word diet. Anything that starts off with D-I-E, like why would you want to do that? And I love what you said at the start, whole body nutrition. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. I like people to make good choices, good decisions about their health and their nutrition, and make it from the basis of, this is something that my body needs. It's something that's going to be really beneficial. It's going to be, it's not just, something that is like out of that you have to pump up. People feel this. People will feel the difference when they take our product, and they don't want to go off them. They seriously don't. And I've challenged people lots of times, take some collagen protein for a while and then stop taking it and see what your body tells you. And it will tell you that it needs more, because, those proteins are so good. They're bioavailable. And then the glutathione, Rick, that's the second most important molecule in our body. It does so many, many things. As you know, we can do a whole series of lectures on that. But once people start feeling the effects of really good nutrition, really good products, then they can make intelligent choices. And it's easier for them to make decisions about what they're going to eat and how they're going to live. And, that's why we have the moniker, Lead Your Best Life. We want to lead people in that direction where they're making choices for themselves, financially, socially, food choices that help them lead their best life. And that's what I love about what we're doing here.
Yeah, it's really awesome. The testimonials that we've gotten on these products, ladies and gentlemen, have been unbelievable. Now, here's what I want to say at this point in our stream as we're coming to the conclusion. As you go through this information, and I know many of you may be watching this on a recorded playback, if you have any questions about Visi, if you have any questions about the product, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and we will respond to you. Let's make this stream interactive, where we're not just presenting to you, but at the same time, for those of you that may have some questions, you can ask those questions and we'll respond to you. For those of you that are already Visi partners and or customers, if you have a great little short testimonial that you'd like to share, drop it in the comments so that someone who's maybe looking at this for the first time, they can take a look and they can see how the product is impacting other people. And better yet, if you have a before and after picture, drop that in the comments, because you know what they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if you have any questions, drop them in. Testimonials, drop them in. Images, drop them in. We really appreciate your participation, and we will respond to you because we love to make this interactive. I think what we'll conclude with, Alan, is simply this. It's the timing aspect of where we are in this company. We are a 5-year company. We've got a great platform. We've talked a little bit about the products, and these are all mega billion-dollar markets. And so if Visi can just get a small percentage point, not even a percentage point, a half of a percentage point of the size of these markets, when we're talking about energy, when we're talking about protein, when we're talking about weight management, when we're talking about immune function, other types of supplements, I'll even joke and say this, you don't even need to get a piece of the pie. You could just run the knife through the pie and lick the knife and be doing a lot of volume with regard to the size of these markets. So the timing is really good. People are looking for healthier alternatives in their life. Your timing is really good. We're just 5 years old as a company, and our best growth is all in front of us. And so the timing is great. The company is great. The products are great. The benefit of this type of business, residual income, leveraged income, the ability to start without jeopardizing what you currently do, is solid. And we would encourage you to join us. I would encourage you to get back with the person who shared this stream with you. They can connect you to their website. On their website, you can read more about the company and the products. There are downloads of each product that you can download a document and read on each product to really get familiar. And let them help answer any questions you might have and maybe make a decision to join us. We call this the Best Life Movement because people that are involved with us begin leading their best lives. They begin feeling better, looking younger, making money, improving their situation. And it's just very, very exciting. So any last words you'd like to share, Alan, for anyone that might be watching this that's thinking, I need to find a way to make more money, generate an extra income? Any final words you might share as we close out tonight?
Well, it's really interesting because you said about you and I meeting through this business. And, when we look at people's lives, generally people are kind of lonely. They work a lot, they go home. I live in a big city here. You live in a big city. People are kind of cocooned in their own little compartment. And one of the things I love about this business, it does connect you to other people. And like you say, you can be part of a movement that's going to impact people you don't even know right now. Some of your best friends are waiting for you to meet them out there. And, it really gets you out of yourself. It gets you out of the thought process you've had. It gets you to think about new things, gets you to think about traveling, all those kinds of things. So, those are all aspects of leading your best life. So, you've got friendship, you've got camaraderie, you've got mentorship, you've got a lot of things that we don't talk about, but they come along with this kind of business because we're all trying to achieve the same thing. And so I just encourage people to get involved and just, give it a chance and see what it can do for you. And I think you'll be really, really pleased and excited.
Awesome. Listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this stream tonight. Please get back with the person who shared this with you. They can get you more details. This is just a first step. This is just a single step. They've got more information they can get you. We'd love to have you as a part of Visi, as a part of the Best Life Movement. Thanks for tuning in. Get back with them. And till next time, have a great night. Bye, everyone.